Hi everyone, I'm Chef Jill. Welcome to my dining room. I'm happy to be back and to introduce a new segment to you, Chef Jill Taste That. If you enjoy watching me taste and rate stuff like I'm going to do today, click like and leave a comment with what I should taste next. So today I'm up for a bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge I'm really looking forward to because I get to eat milk chocolate. Specifically, I'm going to be trying to figure out which American milk chocolate is which and which one's the best. So America isn't necessarily known for its chocolate. Europe has a much better reputation worldwide, but there are some American heavyweights vying for the title here today. And among them is one that I have little to no faith in, to be honest, and that's Hershey's milk chocolate. I've never been a big fan of Hershey's. The straight up milk chocolate bar, the Kisses, they have this sour sort of chalky thing going on with them that's so disappointing. Definitely not what you're looking for in milk chocolate. So go ahead, give me your hate in your comments. That's fine, I can handle it. Important to note, a few of these are international brands, but bars I'm tasting today are actually made here in the United States. So our competitors today are lined up in front of me here, and the underling Hersheys, made locally in Hershey, Pennsylvania, is one of the 6. Next door is Cadbury, which is also a Hershey product made locally in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Next up is Russell Stover, which is actually based out of Kansas. Dove Chocolate is a subsidiary or a partner of Mars, which is actually based out of Chicago here in the United States. Lindt Chocolate is produced, it's a Swiss chocolate company, but here in the United States it's produced in New Hampshire. And then Ghirardelli Chocolate coming to us from San Francisco, California. So helping me out today is my sous chef and husband, Edward. Say hi, Edward.
Hello.
Nailed it. So he'll be bringing me chocolates one at a time, and he's going to be giving me the results as we go forward. My goal is to not only pick out which chocolate is which, but also to rate them from 1 to 6, depending on which one I like better. So we'll see, based on taste, texture, and quality, perceived quality anyway, which one I like the best. My sous chef slash husband, Edward, who you met a minute ago, was nice enough to take these 6 chocolates and very gently melt them down and form little squares that look like this. And the reason for doing that is so that I can't just look at the chocolate, see the writing on it, and tell which is which. So ideally, all 6 of these will look the same or pretty close to the same, so I have no real hint as to which one's which. I love chocolate. So the first hint, the first thing you get off the top is sugar. And it's so unbelievably sweet. And not just because it's milk chocolate, not dark, but literally it just tastes, it's like thick and heavy. It's very creamy. There's no sharpness, there's no bitterness at all. It's just extremely sweet. And it's like sticking to the inside of my teeth. So it's really heavy chocolate. I'm gonna try to keep a little bit of each one so I can go back and double back and taste them again. Like on a scale of like 1 to 10 for quality wise, this is probably like a 6. So number 1 gets a 6 out of 10. I think I'm in like the Cadbury Dove land, kind of where I think I am right now. So first guess is number 1 is I'm gonna make it Cadbury. I'm gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna put this with it so that I can go back and double back. Looking at that one versus this one looks a little bit milkier, a little bit lighter colored. It looks a little bit smoother too. Now I know some of that has to do with the melt and the spreading in the mold, but oh wow, it's totally different than the first one. It's so much better than the first one. Okay. This is really pleasant. Like if you gave me a box of these for Valentine's Day, I'd be really happy with this. It doesn't jump out with vanilla, it doesn't jump out with bitterness, it doesn't jump out with anything. It's really like creamy and milky and awesome. Given that I like this one so much, I really hope it's one of the guys on my left. Hunch upon hunch from the chef. I'm gonna think that this one's the Lindt. So we're gonna say that number 2 is Lindt. And I would say that this one gets a 8 out of 10. This one looks a little bit lighter, like number 1 did. Kind of tough to tell in this light, I bet, but I haven't smelled any of them yet. Now this one has I didn't smell these 2, and I probably should have in retrospect. But this one has a really distinct smell, so I think I know what I'm in for. Yep. God, I could pick that out of a lineup. If this is not Hershey's, I would be so disappointed in myself. He's smiling at me, but he's not going to tell me until it's over. Ugh. That's so bad. Why does it taste like that? I'm sorry. If you like Hershey's, if you like that, oh, I'm so sorry. Because You could do so much better. It's like having a girlfriend intervention where you're like, you could do so much better. Bad chocolate's better than no chocolate. So that makes me not want to give it a 1. But like, I'll give it a 2 because taste-wise it's sour. It's not as sweet as the other ones. It disappears very quickly. It doesn't let you live with it for very long. And it has that sour, you know how like this is really sound really gross and I'm sorry, but when you burp and you get acid, it kind of like has that sourness to it. That's what this tastes like in my mouth. It's like people who eat cilantro, it tastes like soap. This tastes like sour milk to me. So it's Hershey's without a doubt. It better be. And like I said, I'll give it a 2 out of 10 just out of not wanting to hurt its feelings. So this one is also pretty light, especially compared, it's about the same colors as 1, but it's a little bit lighter than that number 2 was. Okay, much milkier smell, much less sour, way sweeter smell than the last one, thank goodness. Okay, we're back on the right track. Like what chocolate's supposed to taste like. This one melts much slower, lingers with you, covers your palate, but it is very milky. It's like they took the chocolate and they were like, let's add more milk to it. Like they made cereal out of it compared to the other one. So this is probably Dove. So that's what my guess is going to be. I don't think it's as good as 2 was, but it's definitely not bad at all. Like this would be totally acceptable. So I'm going to give this a 7 for taste and texture and quality. Could be a little bit better quality, but it's pretty good. So I will say that number 4 is Dove. So this one, boy, by the way, they are all very different. They've been lingering on my palate since I've been tasting them. They are all very different and very distinct. So I might be completely off and my guess is going to be completely wrong, but they are very different chocolates for sure. So again, mid-range of brownness here. This actually looks a little bit lighter than the other guys do. Maybe just because I'm having too much chocolate, but you know, like I said, there are worse things to taste on the internet. That one took a turn. It started really pleasant and then it was like, whoop. So we started to head right and I was like, ooh, that is good. And then it was like, took a sharp left and it stayed over there. So I feel like this is another one of those candy dish chocolates that would be individually wrapped, I think. It does have a good melt factor, but I think it could do better. Again, not bad. Texture-wise, it melts real smooth. It doesn't coat the inside of your mouth. It doesn't linger very long. And I think those are key attributes when you're eating chocolate. I think you want to know that you had a piece of chocolate, and I think you want to live with it for a while. I think this one's a 7 as well. And I think that this probably is Russell Stover, which is surprising that it's so good. If this is indeed Russell Stover, which it very well may not be, I'm surprised that this is okay, because Russell Stover, if you're not familiar with that brand, is that giant box of chocolates that you get at the grocery store for like $6 that your grandma has on her shelf when you come over and it's been there for 5 years. That's what Russell Stover is to me. But I've never had just plain Russell Stover milk chocolate before, because the box has like caramels and creams in it and fruit pieces and stuff. I've never had just a straight up piece of Russell Stover chocolate. And if this is indeed Russell Stover, it's worth having it plain. So I truly hope, hey, Russell, I believe in you. I really hope that that's what that is, because it's not bad. So I'm just kind of sad that I'm almost done, but I'm actually kind of happy I'm almost done because I've had enough. Oh my god, this smells like straight sugar. So I really am scared that this isn't Ghirardelli. Ghirardelli's my favorite, so I was holding out hope that it would be the best one. We'll see. Really dense. Really like when you chew into it. Guys, I might have gotten this one. This might be Ghirardelli. I really want it to be because it's good. It's really smooth. It's really sweet, really pleasant, and it's really rich and really satisfying. So it's the only one I have left right now is the Ghirardelli. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it is that, which again, I could be wrong. I think this is an 8. I feel kind of bad because nobody got a 10. Maybe if I had had some dark chocolate or something, I would give them something a 10, but I feel like this is definitely another 8. I think I gave the Lindt an 8 as well. It has that same sort of redemptive, comforting, creamy, sweet sort of vibe going on with it that I really like. And that's all 6. So I guess I now have to decide if I want to switch anything, if I want to retaste anything. And I can tell you right now that the farthest one on your left, I have no interest in tasting again. I am going to taste number 1 again because it's been 5 chocolates since. So it's a shame I don't have anything to cleanse my palate, but it's all part of the process. After tasting that one, this one tastes less quality. Like it tastes like it's a little bit chalkier, it tastes a little bit less rich than the other guys. So I feel pretty comfortable that that's okay being there. I really hope I'm right about you, Russell. I really hope I am, because I would love for you to just wipe up the floor with some of the other guys. I don't know, this could totally bite me in the butt, and it very well might, but I think I'm gonna stay where I am. Sous Chef, I think I have cast my votes, and I think he's going to tell me now what the actual chocolates were and how well I did.
Well, you did pretty good. Looks like you got 1.
What?
Correct.
Are you serious?
You got 1 correct.
Tell me it was the Hersheys.
You were spot on with the Hersheys.
Okay. Woo! Well, I totally lost my chocolate carrying card. Like, this is awful, guys, but at least I knew that Hersheys sucked.
You were spot on with the Hersheys.
Oh.
So it turns out that number 1 was Ghirardelli.
What? Really?
Number 1 was Ghirardelli.
Well, I have to say that if I thought it was Cadbury and it was actually Ghirardelli, then good job, I guess. So 1 should be over here then.
2, which you rated this one an 8.
Yeah.
2 was Russell Stover.
No, shut up. Come on, really?
2 was Russell Stover.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, you've heard it here.
3 was Hersheys. Like I said, you were spot on.
Go get Russell Stover, because these are really close to each other price-wise. Just go get some of that.
Number 4, turns out it was Cadbury.
Number 4 was Cadbury. Okay, so I think these two are pretty similar price-wise too, so that is pretty good, I think. But if you've got the choice between the Dove Little Promises guys and a Cadbury bar, maybe grab a Cadbury bar.
You guessed that number 5 was Russell. 5 is actually Dove.
All right. So again, Dove was pretty good. I was not disappointed by it. He has my scores, so I'll have to go back through those in a minute. But and that means that the last one was Lindt.
Yep, the last one's Lindt.
Which actually I did like. I just guessed it wrong. So weirdly enough, I would love to taste it. Maybe I'll do this for another video later. Let me know in the comments if you want to see it. Maybe I'll do Lindt International versus Lindt America and see if I can tell which one's which, because I know that this is different than the Swiss chocolate would be.
The one
this is the correct order.
You gave Hersheys a 2 because you were very clear about your dislike for Hersheys. But the
Special Dark's okay, but the milk is awful.
The next lowest score was a 6, which you ended up giving to Ghirardelli.
Wow, guys, that was my favorite walking in today. So I have learned something.
Cadbury and Dove, you gave a 7.
All right.
And then Russell Stover and Lindt won it out with an 8.
Wow. So meltability factor, I'm not sure how much that may have influenced my voting, but for these two to be tied up near the top for my palate really is surprising, because the price variance between these two chocolates was a couple dollars. Like, it was a not insignificant amount of money cost-wise between these two. In fact, like the Russell Stover, like I said, you can get a pound of it for like $1 or something. So if you have the option, I would definitely recommend trying the plain milk chocolate Russell Stover without the stuff in the middle and telling me what you think of that. I would love to hear in the comments too what your favorite chocolate is up here and why, because comparing them side by side, they are very different, but well, I guess I had my favorite and it wasn't the one I thought it was going to be. All right, Lindt, and all right, Russell Stover. Now I know where to go at the grocery store. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next episodes. Make sure to click subscribe for when new videos drop, and I will see you later.